Broadcasting live from the Riddicks VOBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Bellevue, this is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we continue to tumble down the hill towards the finish line of the 2025-2026 GNASH regular season. 5 Preds Cup berths up for grabs tonight. 1 has already been claimed. We'll get to that in a moment. We got a big doubleheader here on the Terry Crisp rink. First up, Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA taking on Nolensville. The Preds Cup reigning GNASH and Preds Cup champs finally meeting in what is a big game for both teams. And then we've got Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian, losers of 3 straight and 4 of their last 5, taking on MBA. Another Preds Cup berth on the line in that one if this game goes a certain couple of ways. So we'll see what happens here over the course of the next 4 hours or so, or it should be shorter than that, maybe 2.5, 3. But yeah, a big night for GNASH, at least as far as postseason berths are concerned. So we got a lot of finals to go over. We got 14 final scores to go over. 13 from last week, and we've got 1 in the books tonight. So let's start with that. Last Monday, Montgomery Bell beat Page Summit 3-2. JP2 MLK GCS beat Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian 2-1. Father Ryan beat the Tennessee Outlaws 6-3. Hendersonville Beach Lawson beat the Clarksville Kings 10-4. Spoiled Clarksville senior night up in Clarksville. Ravenwood beat Franklin 4-2. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon beat the Rutherford Rampage 8-5. And Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA beat Independent Centennial 6-4. On Wednesday, Brentwood BAUSN beat the Clarksville Kings 3-1. And the Tennessee Outlaws beat JP2 MLK GCS 11-3. On Friday, Page Summit beat Father Ryan 3-1. Franklin beat Indy 5-1. Ensworth beat Ravenwood 4-1. And Hendersonville and Nolensville finished in a 4-4 tie. And the first final of tonight is in the books. Franklin beat JP2 MLK GCS 8-1. So let's look at the standings with that game in the books. Franklin with their win are now at the top of the GNASH table with a record of 9-3-2. Ravenwood in second at 9-3-1. Hendersonville and Page both 8-3-2. Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA 8-4-1. Station Camp 8-4-0. Father Ryan 8-5-0. MBA currently in 8th at 7-3-2. Nolensville in 9th at 6-4-3. Indy, the Outlaws, and JP2 all now 4-7-2. Indy dropping to 4-7-2 after the loss to Franklin. Mount Juliet at 4-9-0. The Kings at 3-11-0. They finish up their regular season on Wednesday. Brentwood 2-9-2, and the Rutherford Rampage at 1-11-1. Everybody from Indy on down will be in the Henry Hine Cup. I did not do my total due diligence doing the newsletter last Thursday night. The Ensworth win over Ravenwood gave JP2 a Hine Cup spot. And also, everybody from Nolensville on down are out of contention for the GNASH Cup regular season championship. Meanwhile, Franklin and Ravenwood have clinched Predators Cup berths. The Hendersonville-Nolensville tie allowed Ravenwood to clinch the first Preds Cup berth. Franklin's win tonight over JP2 allowed them to clinch the second. Here is the rest of the schedule for this evening. 2 6:30 start times here on the Crisp Rink and Bellevue. It's Ensworth taking on Nolensville. Over on Rink B at Centennial. Rutherford Rampage taking on Hendersonville Beach Lawson. Rink A at 7:40. Ravenwood taking on Brentwood senior night for the Raptors. 8:15 on Rink B. The Outlaws taking on Independent Centennial senior night for Indy. And 8:15 here on the Crisp Rink in Bellevue. Station Camp taking on MBA. We'll have that game for you as well. Pregame starting at 8:10. So here are the scenarios for tonight. One of them has been checked off. Franklin beat JP2. They've clinched a Preds Cup berth. Hendersonville, if they beat the Rampage, they clinch a Preds Cup berth. Ensworth and Page will clinch Preds Cup berths if Ensworth defeat or tie with Nolensville. And if Ensworth beat or tie with Nolensville, the winner of the Station Camp MBA game would clinch a Preds Cup berth. But if that game ends in a tie, only Station Camp would clinch a Preds Cup berth. If Ravenwood beat Brentwood, Father Ryan would be eliminated from GNASH Cup contention. So would Franklin if they lost to JP2, but they're still in it now. Hendersonville will be out if they lose to Rutherford. Ensworth if they lose to Nolensville. And the Station Camp MBA loser, but only MBA if the game ends in a tie. Again, that's if Ravenwood beat Brentwood. And if Ravenwood tie with Brentwood, Franklin Well, Franklin are still in it. Hendersonville would be out of GNASH Cup contention if they lost to Rutherford. Ensworth would be out if they lost to Nolensville, and MBA would be out if they lost to Station Camp again. And Ravenwood Brentwood game ends in a tie. And if Hendersonville beat Rutherford, not only will Hendersonville clinch a Preds Cup berth, but the Rampage will be the 8th seed for the Hein Cup. Also, if that would also happen if the Rampage and Hendersonville tie and Brentwood defeat or tie with Ravenwood, but also would happen if Brentwood beat Ravenwood regardless of the Rampage-Hendersonville result. All right, let's talk about the two teams playing our game, our first game. First up, Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA, coached by Tim McAllister, coming into tonight 8-4-1. I'm only going to go over the result of their last game. They beat Ravenwood in their most recent game back on Friday 4-1. So let's look at their stats coming into tonight. Clayton Roach, the leading scorer. He's got 19 points from 7 goals and 12 assists. Trex Hooper, 16 points from 9 goals and 7 assists. Hudson Honeybone, 13 points from 7 goals and 6 assists. Logan Green, 8 points from 6 goals and 2 assists. Cam Fowler, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Austin Regal, 6 points from a goal and 5 assists. Logan Lakoff, 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Henry Acer, 5 points. Azer, 5 points from 4 goals and an assist. Lucas Tarquin, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Saxon Clements, 4 points all from goals. Jack Stooner, 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Talon Gill, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Sully Henson, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Or Talon Gill, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Sully Henson, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Sam Melnikoff, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Tushke owns different horses and William Towery, each with 3 points from assists. I'm still pretty certain William Towery scored in that first game of the season against Mount Juliet. Asher Warren with 3 points from 2 goals and an assist, and Will Copeland and Clayton Forbes each have 2 points from a goal and an assist. On to goalie play, Ruben Allen has played in 12 of Ensworth's 13 games. He started them all because he's the only goalie in the roster. His record's 7-4-1. He's played 498 minutes, goals against average of 2.78, 3 shutouts. He's allowed 33 goals on 257 shots, turned away the other 224. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .872. Maddie Cox from the goalie pool played in the first game of the season against Mount Juliet, which Ensworth won 8-4, so she got the win there. Let's move on to Nolensville, coached by Ty Johns. 6-4-3 coming into tonight. If they had lost to Hendersonville on Friday night, with a loss tonight, they would have been put into the Hein Cup, but that extra point keeps them alive for now until next week at least. Again, their most recent game, that 4-4 tie with Hendersonville back on Friday. So let's look over their stats coming into tonight. Charlie Bohnert, the leading scorer, he's got 20 points from 13 goals and 7 assists. I'm so sorry, folks. I had not moved on to the event page. Charlie Bohnert with 20 points from 13 goals and 7 assists, points from 9 goals and 10 assists. Henry Cravens, 15 points from 6 goals and 9 assists. Logan Campbell, 11 points from 6 goals and 5 assists. Jackson Malleus-Mayer, 10 points from 6 goals and 4 assists. Carson Roganchik with 6 points from 3 goals and 3 assists. Emmett Zako, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Heath Hudie, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Thomas Renegar, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Hank Prosser, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Ben Campbell with a point from an assist. Judah Campbell with a point from a goal. Annie Cravens does not have a point. That should be Spencer Kern, who got the assist in that first goal the other night, and Grant Phelps with a point from an assist. On to goalie play, Bingston Soundara has played in 11 games. All of those were starts. His record at 5-3-2. Goals against, he's played 411 minutes. Goals against average of 2.35. 1 shutout. He's allowed 23 goals and 278 shots. Turned away the other 255. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .917. Isaac Wink has played in 5 games. 2 of those were starts. His record 1-1-1. He's played 134 minutes. Goals against average of 5.96. No shutouts. He's allowed 19 goals and 82 shots. Turned away the other 63. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .768. We're ready to go with the start of this one. Ruben Allen in goal for Ensworth. Bingston Soundara going to start in goal for Nolensville. For this first period, Nolensville will carry the puck from my left to right. Ensworth from my right to left. Up on the mezzanine here on the crisp rink. And this game is underway with Ensworth winning the opening draw. Trex Hooper into the Nolensville zone, fires a shot from the high slot that just misses the net to the right of Soundara. Puck out at center, Hooper with it. Drops it back, comes back to Hooper. He passes back across. It's picked up at center by Charlie Bohnert. He gets off a shot that deflects off Ensworth's stick and goes past the net to the right of Allen. Puck carried to center, but taken away by Jackson Malleus-Mayer, bringing it back down the left wing of the Ensworth zone. It poked off his stick from behind by William Towery. Far side by the Ice Tigers. Here's Henry Cravens backing up into his own zone, passing it up the near side. Carson Roganchik back into the Ensworth zone. Ice Tigers with it. Cleared out, but intercepted on the far side at center by Hank Prosser. And now it's in the Nolensville zone, but unable to be touched up by Ensworth. It trigger an offside warning, and Logan Green, last player to exit the zone. Puck picked up at center by Hooper. No, correction, that is not Hooper. That is a Cam Fowler, and he brought it down the right wing, and the Nolensville zone got off a shot from the top of the right circle that was blocked. Henry Cravens bringing the puck back into the Nolensville zone. Into the Ensworth zone. Why do I keep saying Nolensville? He's playing against him now. He wouldn't be bringing the puck into his own zone to try and score. Now the puck is in the Nolensville zone. Spencer Kern with it. He'll backhand it up the far side. Hank Prosser crosses the red line, dumps it into the Ensworth zone. Ruben Allen behind the net leaves it. Puck backhanded ahead to Cam Fowler. Fowler passing it up the far side. And Lucas Tarquin with a shot as he crossed the blue line. Would have gone over the net, but Bingston Soundara dropped and gloved it just to be safe, or gloved it and dropped it just to be safe, I should say. And now a steal by Ensworth. Clayton Roach, shot in the left circle, just misses the net to the right of Soundara. And the puck cleared out up the far side by Nolensville. Picked up by Talon Gill. Drops it back. Ensworth player coming off the bench, plays it, tries to clear, but unable to get it out. It's held in Charlie Bohnert. Poked off his stick in the slot, held in Henry Cravens. He's trying to go down the slot. Double teamed. Shot the puck past the net to the left of Allen. Went off an Ensworth stick. Puck put out in front, but picked up by Roach. Passes up the far side. Now it comes back to him as it poked off his stick. Still in the zone. Now it's passed to him on the near side at center, and Roach will backhand it into the Nolensville zone. Left behind the net by Soundara. Puck sent up the near side boards, and a shot from Talon Gill slowed up by the stick, I think, of Henry Cravens. Practically died right as it came to the front of the net, so Soundara never played it. Now Ensworth with a puck in their own zone. Talon Gill trying to stretch it up the near side. It went through the legs, the skates of Thomas Renegar as it crossed the Nolensville blue line, so no icing. Now the puck is sent around the boards to the near side, held into the left point by William Towery for a moment. Carson Roganchik pokes it past him and out. Now it's back in the Ensworth zone. Charlie Bohnert left circle. As it poked off his stick by a defender, I think it was Clayton Roach, who tried to clear, but it was intercepted and held in by Carson Roganchik, who dumps it back down low. Puck on the near side boards. And cleared out. And then iced from center, I think from the red line by a Nolensville player. And we just played the first 3 minutes, 59 seconds without a whistle. So 10:01 to go in the first, no goals on the board because that's the first stoppage in play. Draw is going to be to Soundara's left. Puck at the inboards of the Nolensville zone. Passed up the left wing boards, held in William Towery. Moving down the wing, a shot off the blocker of Soundara. First shot on goal, first true shot on goal of the game. That one shot by Lucas Tarquin was counted as a shot, but it would have gone over the net if Soundara hadn't caught it. Here's Spencer Kern down the right wing of the Ensworth zone. Tried to pass the puck to Logan Campbell, couldn't get his stick on it. Now the puck fired up the boards and out by Ensworth. Trex Hooper at center. Back into the Nolensville zone. High slot, a shot blocked by the skates of Cravens, Henry Cravens. Now the puck on the inboards and Cravens will pick it up. Cravens out to center. Back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Going to go to the front of the net. Shot, score! Henry Cravens from his own inboards. Carries it down the near side. Goes to the front of the net and roofs it. And Nolensville score the first goal of the game. It's 1-0 Knights with 8:50 to go in the first. Draw one by Ensworth. Logan Lakoff dumps it into the Nolensville zone. It's on the right wing side. Pass the slot, whiffed on by Logan Green. Fowler wanted to pass it up to the right point, could not. That was blocked. Now Judah Campbell, correction, that's Ben Campbell passing out to the far side. Judah Campbell, and now Grant Phelps. Pass off his stick, goes towards the Ensworth net, and Ruben Allen slides to his left to stop and cover. They put it up as a shot on goal. That would have missed the net to his left if he'd not played that. 8:14 to go in the first, 1-0 Nolensville. Draws to the left of Allen. Won by Nolensville. Emmett Zako's shot blocked. Puck cleared out by the Ice Tigers. Owen whiffed on it, center by Ben Campbell. He tried to send it back the other way. Now it's back in the Nolensville zone, and a shot blockered away by Basin Soundar on the rebound. Just shot past the net to his right by Jax Dooner. Initial shot came from Clayton Roach. Now in the high slot, Charlie Bohnert, shot, score! Jax Dooner misses a glorious opportunity at the air end. And Nolensville pick it up, and Charlie Bohnert fires it into the roof of the net from the high slot. And it is 2-0 Nolensville with 7:48 to go in the first. Draw one by Nolensville. They got the puck in their zone. Annie Cravens on the near side. Passes it over to Logan Campbell as it poked away. Now it's out in front of the Nolensville net. They're trying to stuff it in on the left-hand side. Sandara keeping it out. Clayton Roach in there. I'm not sure who else is in there for Ensworth. 7:18 to go in the first, 2-0 Nolensville. Draws to Soundara's left. One by Nolensville, puck sent around the boards to the near side. It's out at center. Picked up on the far side by Ensworth, brought back into the Nolensville zone. Pass to the right circle, and a one-timer whiffed on by Trex Hooper. That centering pass came from Cam Fowler. No correction, it was Saxon Clements. Nolensville will come back into the Ensworth zone with the puck taken away. Sent around to the far side boards. And Ensworth clear it out, but sent right back in by Henry Cravens. However, Charlie Bohnert still offside. Ensworth will take control of the puck in a clearing attempt to center off the stick of Jackson Malleus-Mayer and out of play on the far side. I think it was Henry Azer trying to clear it out. 6:34 to go in the first, 2-0 Nolensville. Draw is to the right of Ruben Allen. Ensworth with a puck off the draw. Banked hard off the boards on the near side by Cam Fowler, trying to get it ahead to Logan Green. Taking it sent back the other way by Nolensville. Logan Lakoff now banking it hard off the near boards. At center with it is Fowler, left wing side of the Nolensville zone, gets off a shot. Stopped by Soundara, big rebound out in front. And then it's gently nudged on goal by Fowler, stopped and covered up by Soundara. It is 2-0 Rutherford up at Centennial. Rutherford leading Hendersonville 2-0. Again, if Hendersonville win that game, they will clinch a Preds Cup berth. Draw to the right of Soundara here. Of course, last year, Hendersonville had to come from behind to get a tie with Rutherford. That cost them a top 4 Preds Cup seed. As the draw is won by Ensworth and William Tower with a shot on goal from the left point that stopped and held on to by Soundara. And Hendersonville ended up being the 7th seed for the Preds Cup last year and got knocked out on back-to-back nights. Lost in the first round to Ravenwood 6-0 and then were knocked out the following night by Franklin. Draw to the right of Soundara, again won by Ensworth once more. Logan Lakoff shot in the right point, stopped and held on to by Soundara. Just so I say that, Hendersonville getting on the board from Caleb Carlant, so it's now 2-1 Rutherford. Ensworth with a puck here. Excuse me. Clayton Roach on the near side, it taken away. Here is Spencer Kern to center. Kern. Far side. Run into the Ensworth zone, but taken away by the Ice Tigers. Here is Clayton Roach, left wing side of the Nolensville zone. Passes it off. There's a shot off a stick and into the netting above the glass. He found Asher Warren trailing, passed the puck off to him. His shot went off, and Nolensville stick into the netting above the glass. 5:23 to go in the first. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draws to the right of Soundara again, won by Nolensville. Here's Henry Cravens being pushed down in the left wing corner. Up, he got put up. They're going to call Will Copeland for a penalty for that. He pushed Henry Cravens down, and they're going to send him to the box. Cross-checking the call against Copeland. So Nolensville getting the first power play of the game up 2-0. 5:15 to go in the first. Draw is to the right of Allen. Won by Nolensville. Here's Henry Cravens out of the blue line with a shot. Off a stick, off an Ensworth stick in front and past the net to Allen's right. Was Talon Gill whose stick it went off of. Now Ensworth will clear. It's all the way back down into the Nolensville zone to the inboards. Cravens will pick it up. He'll carry to center. Passes to his right. Spencer Kern along the boards. Sends it around the kick plate. Gets to it at the end boards, backhands it back up the near side wall. Comes to Henry Cravens at the right point. Passes it down to Kern. Kern moving to the inside, getting off a shot that went off a stick and across the front of the net. Now it's at the end boards. Logan Campbell on the far side, moving up the left wing, passing out to the left point. Cravens fakes a shot, passes back to Campbell. Inside the left circle, gets off a shot, blockered away by Allen into the netting above the glass. 64 seconds left in the power play, 4:19 to go in the first. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draw's going to be to Allen's right. Draw one by Nolensville, but the puck goes out of the zone. Henry Cravens tracks it down just past the red line. Now brings it back into the Ensworth zone. Shot in the right circle, blocked. think it was blocked by Clayton Forbes. Now the puck carried to the front of the net, and a shot turned away by Allen. That was from Charlie Bohnert. Logan Campbell passing it up to the left point, and Cravens. Cravens fakes a slapper. Back to Campbell, still along the boards. Moves up to the top of the left circle. Now he backs up more towards the left point, passes to the center point, and Cravens. Top of the right circle, Spencer Kermit getting in there to poke the puck away, or try to poke the puck away, was Cam Fowler. 20 seconds left in the power play for Nolensville. Puck try to put it out in front for Jackson Malleus-Mayer. Comes out to the blue line, and Cravens. Cravens shot in the center point. Deflected off of Lucas Tarquin. Now Bohnert shot in the left circle. Bottom of the left circle, turned away by Allen. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength, and they end up icing the puck. I think Jax Dooner, was it Jax Dooner or Cam Fowler? I'm not sure. I think he thought that Will Copeland was going to come out of the box and play instead of go to the bench. And that's what happened there, miscommunication. 3:10 to go in the first, still 2-0, Nolensville. Draw to the right of Allen, won by Ensworth. Puck fired around the boards to the near side. Now it comes out to the slot under the stick of Judah Campbell, and his shot hit the skates of Luke Doble, who was in front. Hit the skates of his own teammate. Now the puck sent back to the near side, and it'll be cleared out by Ensworth. Jax Dooner back into the Nolensville zone. Bottom of the right circle, put in front for Dooner, but I think it hit his skates. Now Grant Phelps will bring it out. Grant Phelps, the shortest guy in GNASH, passing it to the far side at center where it's picked up by Clayton Roach. And now Trex Hooper brings it back into the Nolensville zone. Oh, a nice poke check by Emmett Zakos as Hooper tried to maneuver around him going down the right wing. Judah Campbell dumps the puck back into the Ensworth zone. Logan Campbell at the end boards. Now behind the net. Puts it out in front, but couldn't get it to the stick of Hank Prosser. Ensworth will bring it out to center. Trex Hooper. Oh, could not get through the duo of Renegar and Zakos and go in all alone on the Nolensville goal. They did a great job of double teaming him. Puck back in the Ensworth zone. Cleared out, just goes over the blue line. Logan Green picks it up at center. Chasing it to the left wing boards of the Nolensville zone. He's got possession. Banks it off the boards to the far side. Lucas Tarquin. Lost it for a moment, gets it back. Passes out to the blue line, but Logan Lakoff couldn't get to it. It goes all the way back into the Ensworth zone into the left wing corner. Lakoff will grab it. Lakoff passes up the near side. Oh, Cam Fowler tried to dive out for it. It missed Logan Green too, and it goes for an icing. 78 seconds to go in the first. 2-0 Nolensville. It is now 2-2 between the Rampage and Hendersonville up in Centennial. So Hendersonville playing more like Hendersonville. Draw to the left of Ruben Allen. Won by Nolensville, but Jackson Malleus-Mayer is taken away. Kept inside the zone by Carson Roganchik. It's trickling down towards the inboards. Logan Lakoff fires it around to the far side. Held into the left point by Ben Campbell. Behind the net with it is Lakoff. 1 minute left in the first. Lakoff clears it out. Cravens with it. Henry Cravens brings it back into the Ensworth zone as it knocked away. Still inside the zone. Cravens gathers it back in. And then he tried to drop it back, and it was cleared out by Will Copeland, He actually tried to drop it back and went off the stick of Asher Warren and was cleared out by Copeland. Now it's back in the Ensworth zone and fired past the net to the right of Allen from the slot by Jackson Malleus-Mayer. Now at center again with it, R. Ensworth. And Will Copeland backhands it back into the Nolensville zone onto the stick of Henry Cravens. Being chased by Austin Regal. Now here's Malleus-Mayer. Back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. 15 seconds to go in the period. And a shot. Oh, a shot from the high slot. And Malleus-Mayer goes off the top of the crossbar. Big break there for Ensworth as Regal will slap the puck back into the Nolensville zone from center just past the red line. And it's cleared out, and that'll be it for the first. Well, early on in this first, Henry Cravens and Charlie Bohnert scored 2 goals. 62 seconds apart. And that has Nolensville leading Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA 2-0 at the end of one. I'll be back in a few seconds with the start of the second, but if you're listening in the YouTube podcast, we're going to go ahead and jump to the start of the second period. Ready to start the second period. Ruben Allen in goal for Ensworth. Bingston Soundara still in goal for Nolensville. For this second period, Ensworth will carry the puck from my left to right, Nolensville from my right to left. Ensworth win the draw to start the second. Here's Trex Hooper with a shot in the left circle. Misses the net to the right of Soundara. Puck comes up to the right point. Pass down to the right wing corner. Hooper backhanding it up the wall to Clayton Roach. Backhands it up to the right point. And Sam Melnikov. Now shot in the top of the left circle. Stopped by Soundara. Puck passed to the slot one time by Melnikov, but he didn't get enough of it. Now here's Jackson Mayer back the other way in the Nolensville zone. Ensworth zone. Shot in the left circle. Stopped and held onto by Allen. So Melnikov not getting enough wood in his one-timer on the high slot leads to that chance for Marius Mayer, but good job by Ruben Allen to make the save and keep it 2-0. Nolensville with 13:23 to go in the second. Draws to the right of Allen. Won by Nolensville. Ben Campbell, left point, passes the puck down around the wall. Luke Doble trying to put it in front for Logan Campbell. Poked up in the air for a moment and held against Nolensville. Went up in the air off a stick and I think may have been swatted down by Campbell. Draw beyond the dot in front of the Nolensville bench at center. And it is won by the Knights. Henry Cravens trying to send it towards the Ensworth blue line. Now it's dropped back into the Nolensville zone on the near side. Ben Campbell backhanding it out to center. William Towery passing it ahead to Logan Green. Poked off his stick at the Nolensville blue line by Henry Cravens. Here's Lucas Tarquin inside his own zone. Passes to the near side, Logan Lakoff. Across to the far side, Towery. Passes up the far side, trying to get it to William Asher, but it misses him. Henry Cravens could have played that as well, so they let the icing go. Here's Cam Fowler with a shot in the right circle. Stop! Rebound! Oh! Backhanded rebound, I think, by Lucas Tarquin was stopped, and now we get a penalty against Nolensville. Tarquin was right in front on that rebound try. It's a high sticking call against Henry Cravens. So Ensworth getting their first power play of the game down 2-0 with 12:21 to go in the second. Draw is going to be to the left of Soundara. Won by Ensworth. Sam Melnikov, right point. Passes it over to Clayton Roach. Roach on the near boards. Had to go off his skates. Melnikov carrying it down the right wing, getting off a shot that's blocked by the skates of Emmett Zakos. Puck on the far side. Jack Stooner pokes it into some space for Trex Hooper. Trying to get it back to Dooner. And it's cleared out to center by Jackson Malleus-Mayer, who was on his knees in his own left circle. Now Melnikov back in his own zone with Malleus-Mayer chasing. Curls around to get away from him. Passes up the near side. Here is Clayton Roach, right wing side of the Nolensville zone. Drops it back to the right point. Hooper across to Melnikov, left wing side. His shot misses the net to the right of Soundara. And then the rebound from the bottom of the right circle off the boards, and Roach is fired across the front of the net. Puck kept alive by Ensworth. Melnikov carrying it down the right wing. Now moving back towards the blue line, passes across the left circle. Put in front for Roach, but I think it went off of Soundara under a minute left in the power play for Ensworth, but it's going to go. There's going to be no more power play for them. because there's going to be a penalty called against them. Sam Melnikov is going to go to the box for hooking. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 54 seconds, 11:15 to go in the second. Still 2-0. Nolensville, and they have put it on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They say it's Charlie Bohnert in the box for Nolensville. That's not the case. It's Sam Melnikov in the box for Ensworth. So they need to fix that because it's a 4-on-4 situation. Oh, no, wait. It is. Oh, wait. Okay, it is. Okay, it is a 5-on-3. I thought it was a penalty against Ensworth. I'm very sorry. It is against Charlie Bohnert. So it's a 5-on-3 for Ensworth. I thought it was a penalty being called against Ensworth. Well, big chance here for the Ice Tigers. Here's a one-timer in the left circle, turned away by Soundara. And it's cleared out by the Knights. Under 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for Ensworth. Again, I am so sorry. I thought that was a penalty being called against Ensworth as Logan Campbell falls over in his own right wing corner. And it's a 5-on-2 for a moment. Puck brought back into the Nolensville zone on the left wing side. Trying to pass it to the slot to Logan Lakoff, and that was broken up. Puck held in. Lakoff passing out to the blue line. Shot from William Towery over the net. First penalty against Nolensville is up. It's now a 5-on-4 for 66 seconds. Now there's under a minute left on it. As Logan Campbell able to clear the puck. It's back in the Ensworth zone. Ruben Allen going to come out to play it. Clears it out to center. Sent back in by Henry Craven. Now here's Lucas Tarquin. Passing it to the near side at center. Trex Hooper. Down the right wing into the Nolensville zone. Passes across, left circle, a shot. Stopped by Soundara. That was from, who was that from? It was Melnikov. Under 30 seconds left in the 5-on-4. 25 seconds to go to be exact. Melnikov just keeping the puck atop the blue line as he was maneuvering around. Tried to get it back to him in the slot, and he couldn't get his stick on it. Here, Ensworth with it again. Melnikov, top of the right circle, pass to the slot. And it is nudged past the net to the right of Soundara by Trex Hooper. Penalty time against Nolensville is up. They're back at even strength. Charlie Bohnert out of the box, and he's got the puck in the Ensworth zone in front of backhander. Stopped by Allen. Charlie Bohnert breaks out of jail and gets a breakaway, but Ruben Allen makes the save to keep it 2-0 Nolensville with 9:07 to go in the second. Now 3-3 between the Rampage and Hendersonville up at Centennial. Draw to the left of Allen. Ensworth with it. They clear it out up the far side to center. Henry Cravens. Back into the Ensworth zone, but right under the stick of Henry Azer. Azer brings it into the Nolensville zone. Shot in the right wing, gloved and held on to by Soundara. Draw to the left of Soundara. Nolensville with it. Trying to get it out of the zone. Ensworth doing a good job of keeping it in. Here's Ben Campbell firing it around the wall to the near side. And out to center. Henry Azer with it. He'll bring it right back in. Take a shot that stick to the glass by Soundara. Now the puck loose out in front of the shot. Oh, off the post to Soundara's right. That was from Azer. Puck rolling back in the Ensworth zone. Allen will backhand it behind the net. Big battle for the puck on the near side boards. Ensworth with it. Passed ahead to Ashton Warren. He tried to pass it over, I think, to Austin Regal, and he whiffed on it. And now we get a whistle for a slashing call. And Who's it against? Is it against Ensworth? Yes, it is. It's against Asher Warren. So Nolensville back to the power play, up 2-0 with 7:46 to go in the second. Draw is to the right of Allen. One by Nolensville. Marius Mayer, left point, passing it down the boards. Ensworth take it away and clear. Henry Cravens moving it through center, backhands it to the far side. And it's passed back to Cravens, and his shot in the right circle stopped and covered up by Allen. I think he got the pass back from Bohnert. Draw beat Allen's left. One by Ensworth. Clear. Oh. Well, trying to fire it down the far side. Was that Clayton Forbes or Cam Fowler? Whoever it was, hit it off the side glass, protecting the home penalty box, which is the penalty box for Nolensville in this game. I think it may have been Saxon Clements actually. Draw to the left of Allen again. One by Ensworth once more. Tried to clear it out. Held into the right Henry Cravens, and then he passed it over to Marius Mayer, whose shot in the top of the left circle was blocked. Now Marius Mayer again at the right point. His shot deflected off a leg in front and went past the net. Trex Hooper will bring the puck out to center. Hooper backhands it into the Nolensville zone, and he'll go to the bench for a change. Here's Spencer Kern out to center. Kern back into the Ensworth zone. Try to go to the front of the net. Nice D by Logan Lakoff to not let him get around. Puck on the far side boards now. Passed out to center. Clayton Roach, left wing side of the Nolensville zone. No, here's Roach in the slot. Oh, and the puck was kind of saucered past the Roach, went off his left skate, and it looked for a moment like it was going to roll in its edge. Soundara just kept it out. Was Austin Regal with that pass attempt. 45 seconds left of the power play, 6:30 to go in the second, still 2-0 Nolensville. Draw is going to be to Soundara's right. It's won by Nolensville, Henry Cravens. Passes it over to Charlie Bohnert out at center. Bohnert sends it into the Ensworth zone, cleared right out by Sam Melnikov. And somebody whistled. Somebody outside the rink whistled, and everybody came to a stop. It was either, actually, I think it may have been a player who whistled, and everybody came to a stop. So they're going to drop the puck right at center. One by Nolensville. Puck in the Ensworth zone, cleared out by Talon Gill. Less than 30 seconds left in the power play for Nolensville. Puck sent around to the near side boards inside the Nolensville zone. Here's Clayton Roach trying to go to the slot. He's in front of the backhander. Stopped by Soundara. Goes across the ice to just inside the left circle. Gets off a backhander that Soundara stops and hangs on, gloves and hangs on to. 11 seconds left in the power play. 5:56 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draw to the right of Soundara. One by Nolensville. They try and clear. They get it out on the second attempt. Sam Melnikov with it in his own zone, brings it to center. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Melnikov, right wing side of the Nolensville zone, gets off a shot that's over the net from inside the top of the right circle. Cleared out by Charlie Bohnert on the far side. I think this will be an icing against Nolensville. Yes, it will. Draws to the right of Soundara. Won by Ensworth, and a shot from the left half wall, gloved and held onto by Soundara. Not sure who that was. I think it may have been Cam Fowler. Draw be to Soundara's right again. Won by Ensworth, and a backhander on goal from the left circle, turned away by Soundara. That was from, I think it was Clayton Forbes. Puck behind the net, put out in front. Henry Cravens comes up with it. Sent into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Jackson Magus. Puck in the right wing corner. Ice Tigers have it. Try and clear. It's intercepted inside the zone by Jackson Magus. And his shot from the top of the right circle off the glove of Allen and over the net. Puck fired around the wall. Held in on the right half wall by Charlie Bohnert. Kicked off his stick by Azer. And Ensworth will clear it out. Here is Cam Fowler down the right wing side of the Nolensville zone. Gets off a shot. Oh, it goes off the left arm of Soundara. He was sliding across the crease and got that shot to go off his left arm. Logan Green brings the puck back into the Nolensville zone. Sends it to the end boards. Puck comes up to the left point. Held in. Trying to pass the slot. Logan Green keeping it alive on the near side, but Nolensville able to clear. It's back in the Ensworth zone, picked up by Melnikov. Sam Melnikov. Took a hit from Carson Roganchik, but not enough to knock him down. And he brings the puck to center. And gives it away to Hank Prosser, trying to pass it up the near side to Green. Puck back in the Ensworth zone. Puck banked off the near boards and out by Ensworth. Here's Henry Cravens. Passing to the near side, Logan Campbell. Ahead to Hank Prosser, hands it off Spencer Kern. Left wing side of the Ensworth zone. Melnikov pokes the puck off his stick. Kern gets back to it behind the net. Pushed into the boards, picked up by Asher Warren, and he'll backhand it out. Puck back in the Nolensville zone. Here's Logan Green with a shot off a stick. The stick of Ben Campbell into the netting above the glass. 3:06 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Hendersonville now leading the Rampage 4-3 up at Centennial. Again, with a win, Hendersonville will clinch a Preds Cup berth. If Nolensville hang on and win this game, nobody else can clinch a Preds Cup berth tonight. Draws to the left of Soundara. Nolensville trying to clear, held into the left point by Ensworth. Will Copeland spinning around trying to get the puck in his stick. Grant Phelps trying to clear, held into the left point by William Towery. His shot blocked by Emmett Zakos in front. Zakos trying to clear. And here's a one-timer from Henry Azer at the right point that misses the net to Soundara's right. Grant Phelps again trying to clear. Didn't get enough on it, but then he gets a second chance and gets it out. Azer at center. Flips it back into the Nolensville zone. It's on the near side. Puck coming around to the far side. Grant Phelps had it knocked off his stick. Sent around the kick plate. Now it's brought out to center by Judah Campbell. Sent back the other way for a moment by a Ensworth stick. Now it's sliding down the right wing side of the Ensworth zone. And Grant Phelps I think he was checking to see if, the puck went in, so there could be no offside. He might have had a chance to go for that all alone, but didn't. Puck's out at center. And now stolen by Judah Campbell at the Ensworth blue line. He gets off a shot in the high slot that's stopped and covered up by Allen. Minute 46 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draws to the left of Allen. One by Nolensville. Henry Cravens at the right point. Moving down, taking a shot, stopped by Allen. Rebound behind the net. Tried to backhand it down in front. That was blocked by an Ensworth stick. Now held in by Ben Campbell atop the blue line at the left point. And his shot blocked. Went right into the chest of Saxon Clements, who's still down, and they finally blow the whistle. Clements took that shot in the stomach. He's on all fours now as the trainer and Tim McAllister make their way onto the ice. And now Clements back on his skates. And he's getting a little help from Tim McAllister going back to the bench. Gave both sides an unofficial timeout to use to talk. Draw is going to be to the right of Allen as we're ready to resume. One by Ensworth. Sam Melnikoff sending it around the boards to the far side. Here's Trex Hooper out to center. Try to pass it over to Clayton Roach, but the pass went behind Roach. Sent back the other way by Hank Prosser. Picked up at center by Melnikoff. Sent to the near side boards, trying to get it to Roach, who's battling with Spencer Kern. Roach does dump it into the Nolensville zone. Puck on the far side. And brought out to center by Logan Campbell. Final minute of the second. Campbell, right wing side of the Ensworth zone, gets out a shot. Oh, it hit the crossbar! That close to making it 3-0. Here's Spencer Kern. Up, had it taken away, I think, by Talon Gill, who sends it around to the near side boards. Clayton Roach pushed off the puck from behind by Logan Campbell. Now Kern. Puck coming around the boards to the far side. Off the stick of Melnikoff. Here's Hank Prosser. Couldn't key. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it. And we get a penalty. We get a hooking call. And it's going to be against Ensworth. And it's against Melnikoff. So Nolensville back to the power play up 2-0 with 27.6 seconds to go in the second. Draws to the left of Allen. One by Ensworth. And it's cleared out down the near side by Logan Lakoff. Brings in Soundara, leaves it for Henry Cravens. Cravens to center on the far side. Puck got away from him. He gets it back into the Ensworth zone anyway, but then it's poked out. Shot in on goal from behind the blue line by Logan Campbell. Deflected into the netting above the glass by Allen with his stick with 2.8 seconds left in the period. Draw is going to be to Allen's left. One by Nolensville. Henry Craven shot in the top of the right circle, blocked, and that is it for the second. Well, it was 2-0 Nolensville over Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA coming into this second period. And that's the score leaving the second period. So those goals, those first period goals by Henry Cravens and Charlie Bohnert still holding up for the Knights. I'll be back in a few seconds with the start of the third, but if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, we'll go ahead and jump to the start of the third period. Ready to start the third and final for Nolensville. For this third and final period, Nolensville will carry the puck from my left to right, Ensworth from my right to left. The Knights starting this third. Nolensville will carry the puck from my left to right, Ensworth. Third time carrying over. My failure to If this score, and in my failure to do due diligence, out of contention, if this score upholds for the GNASH Cup regular season championship. As period. Just inside the Nolensville zone, picked up by Henry Cravens. He'll bring it to center. Now Spencer Kern inside the Ensworth zone, center point. Shot in the high slot off the left leg pad of Allen. Puck out at center. Logan Campbell brings it back into the Ensworth zone on the left wing side. Minute left on the power play for the Knights, and the puck is taken away and brought out to center. I think by Saxon Clements, and then taken right back by Nolensville. It's back inside the Ensworth zone. Spencer Kern passing down the wing, put in front. Oh, and a point-blank save by Allen on a one-timer from Logan Campbell, and then another save by Allen, another terrific save by Allen, who had to get back in position to turn away a shot from Jackson Malleus-Mayer in the slot. Puck sent all the way back down into the Nolensville zone. Henry Cravens sending it to the Ensworth blue line, where it's deflected in by Spencer Kern, who goes to the bench for a change. 20 seconds left in the power play for Nolensville, as the puck is brought back into the Ensworth zone offside. Judah Campbell going in ahead of Emmett Zakos, who had the puck. 18 seconds left in the power play. 12:44 to go in the game. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draw was on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Ensworth bench. Ensworth able to get it into the Nolensville zone. Immediately cleared out, though. Sent back in by Ensworth. Puck out at center. And flip back into the Rutherford zone by Emmett Zakos. Sorry, Rutherford, Ensworth zone. Now it's backhanded back into the Ensworth end. Sorry, Nolensville end. Trex Hooper put back into the slot, but unable to get a stick on it. As he was coming down the slot was Jax Dooner. Now here is Judah Campbell, right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Tried to pass to the net. Front of the net, it's intercepted by William Towery. Passes it out to center, knocked down by Thomas Renegar. Picked up by Hooper. Passes to the left wing side of the Nolensville zone. Austin Regula shot over the net. The top of the left circle. Here's Dooner. Now Hooper trying to put it out in front. But it's taken away and cleared out. Penalty time against Ensworth. Well up, by the way. They're back at even strength. They've been back at even strength for a bit. Henry Cravens back into the Ensworth zone. A shot in the right circle off of Allen and over the net. Puck flip back into the Nolensville zone. It's in the left wing corner. Lucas Tarquin backhanding it over to Cam Fowler, brings it down the left wing, goes to the front of the net, shot stopped by Soundara, and the rebound cleared out of the crease. From the left circle, was it blocked or was it stopped by Soundara? I'm not sure. Puck cleared out by Logan Campbell. Now it's back in the Ensworth zone towards the front of the net and actually steers it aside. Here goes Sam Melnikov to center. Melnikov crosses the red line, passes to the far side, and Fowler, who will dump it into the Nolensville zone into the end boards. Coming around to the near side. Here's Jackson Malleus-Mayer. He brings it out to center. Is it taken away inside the Ensworth zone? Here's Emmett Zakos bringing the puck back into the Ensworth zone, getting off a shot from the right wing that's stopped and covered up by Allen. 10:14 to go in the game. Still 2-0 in Nolensville. Those two goals from Henry Cravens and Charlie Bohnert. Cravens scoring 5:10 into the game, and then Bohnert scoring 62 seconds later. So we have played almost 2 full periods since that Bohnert goal. That Bohnert goal came with 7:48 left in the first. Thomas Renegar from his own blue line. Sending the puck up the near side. Jackson Malleus-Mayer into the Ensworth zone. Bumped off the puck. Cleared out by Sully Henson. Puck sliding back into the Nolensville zone. Coming around to the near side. Now Bohnert, right wing side of the Ensworth, poked away. It's sitting right in front, and a shot from Malleus Mayer off the left arm of Allen, who I don't think saw it until it hit him. Now the puck out in front again for Bohnert, and he backhands it past the net to Allen's right. Allen may have gotten a piece of it. And now Malleus Mayer whips on a shot attempt in the slot. Puck is now behind the net. Pass down in front, off and Ensworth sticking out off the stick of Asher Warren and out. Now Henry Cravens inside his own zone with a puck. Cravens back into the Ensworth zone. Gets pushed off. Now he's behind the net. Takes a shot from the right-hand side of the net that goes off of Allen. And back behind the net. Out of the blue line with it is Cravens, passing it over to Ben Campbell, who backhands it down into the right wing corner. Now here's Will Copeland bringing the puck through center, back into the Nolensville zone on the right wing side. Ben Campbell pokes it away from behind. Puck coming up to the left point. Held in, and a shot from Logan Lakoff at the right point, gloved and held onto by Soundara. Puck was held in by Clayton Forbes. 8:06 to go in the game. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Goodness me, it's now 5-4 Hendersonville over Rutherford. My goodness, how are they struggling this much with Rutherford? Draw is going to be to the left of Soundara. Won by Nolensville. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Here's Clayton Roach in the left wing corner. Pushed into the boards. Puck passed out to the blue line. Logan Lakoff, a shot into traffic, hit a stick and stopped. And then it's backhanded past the net to Soundara's left by Trex Hooper. Puck comes up to the left point. Held in again. Now it's out in front. A shot. Oh! Lifted over the net by Roach from right in front. Puck was held in by Forbes. He got it right in front to Roach, who lifted it over. And Soundara went down. Now here's Roach on his knees, passing to the right point, and Lakoff, who backhands it down the wall to the right wing corner. Saxon Clements pushing Thomas Renegard down as he goes after the puck. Back up to the left point, and Forbes across to Lakoff. Lakoff shot off a Nolensville stick, the stick of Malleus Mayer into the netting above the glass. 7:02 to go. Still 2-0. And it has now been 2 full periods since that Charlie Bohnert goal. Draw is to the left of Soundara. Won by Nolensville. They're trying to get it out, and they did just get it over the blue line. Sent back in by Talon Gill, but a couple of his teammates had to get back. Now the puck is back in the Ensworth zone. Offside warning, I think, against Nolensville. Carried out by Sam Melnikoff. Melnikoff into the Nolensville zone. Stops on the near side. Here's a shot from Saxon Clements, left circle, stopped by Soundara. Puck comes up the left wing side. Shot blocked. Puck comes out to the right point, and Talon Gill. Puck still in the zone. Ensworth still with it. Now it's taken away and cleared out by Luke Doble. Puck carried out of the Ensworth zone by Melnikoff. He'll flip it back into the Nolensville zone. Here's Henry Cravens. Ensworth making some changes. Puck out at center. Spencer Kern gives it away. Cleared out up the near side by Ensworth. Puck back in the Nolensville zone on the far side. Hank Prosser had it kicked away. Here's Henry Cravens sending it to the near side. Puck loose. Right out to center by Kern. Goes to the end boards of the Ensworth zone. Here's Spencer Kern. Kern at the blue line. Now puts it behind the net. It's taken away by Ensworth. Sully Henson passes it into the Nolensville zone on the left wing side. Now Henson catches up to the puck near the left wing corner. Now it comes to Henson, passes out to the blue line. Sam Melnikov with a shot straight on, stopped by Soundara. Puck still loose in front, and it comes to Malleus Mayer on the far side. He'll clear it out. Catch up to it at center. Back into the Ensworth zone, poked off his stick on the back check by Melnikov. Here's Melnikov, banking it off the near boards, back to Clements. Backhanded ahead to Trex Hooper. Puck cleared out. Oh, well. Puck back in the Nolensville end, excuse me. Here is Sam Melnikov, shot in the left point, misses the net to the left of Soundara. Puck behind the net, Trex Hooper. Trying to backhand it out in front, went into some skates. Now it's out in front, Soundara trying to cover, and he's got it covered with a crowd around him. 3:32 to go, still 2-0 Nolensville. Oh, we got a penalty. Penalty against Saxon Clements. Was that a slash? Was that a slash signal or unsportsmanlike conduct? So Nolensville back to the power play, up 2-0 with 3:32 to go. Draw's going to be to Ruben Allen's right. Again, in order for Ensworth to clinch a Preds Cup berth tonight, they have to come back and at least tie this game. Ensworth win the draw and clear it down ice. Okay, it was unsportsmanlike conduct against Clements. That's what the game sheet says. Here's Spencer Kern bringing the puck back into the Ensworth zone. Shot in the slot, stopped by Allen. Rebound clear to the near side boards and poked out. And now it's a foot race at center between Lucas Tarquin and Logan Campbell. And Campbell brought Tarquin down. And I think they're going to send him to the box. And it is an elbowing call. Campbell finally making his way to the box. So it's 4-on-4 for 91 seconds. 3:03 to go in the game. Still 2-0 Nolensville. Draws to the left of Soundara. Won by Ensworth and a shot from Saxon Clements. Cam Fowler misses the net to Soundara's left. Here's a shot to the right point, score! Sam Melnikov with a shot to the right point into the back of the net. Ensworth finally on the board. 2-1 Nolensville with 2:51 to go and 79 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Can Ensworth get another? Draw one by Ensworth. They'll dump it into the Nolensville zone. Oh, now the puck behind the net, loose in front, loose. But nobody in a black sweater there for, I think, Saxon Clements to pass it to. Now at the other end, a shot from Henry Cravens is gloved and held onto in the slot by Ruben Allen. But that puck was behind the Nolensville net, and Soundara was out of position, and I think it was Clements who caught up to it but had nobody in front to pass it to. 59 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Draws to Allen's left. Ensworth with a puck off the draw. Sam Melnikoff. Now Clayton Roach, right wing side of the Nolensville zone. With a shot to the crease from the bottom of the right circle. Just across the front of the goal line. Now Trex Hooper behind the net. Passing it up to the right point, Melnikoff. Passes it down the wall to Hooper. Hands it off Melnikoff. High slot, a shot, stopped by Soundara. Now the puck lifted through center on the far side, back into the Nolensville zone. Jackson Magus-Mira with it, tried to pass to the slot, but Spencer Kern could not get to it. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Now the 4-on-4 is done. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. On the power play for 30 seconds. Puck cleared out of the Ensworth zone. Outside, Spencer Kern backhands it in, but it's knocked down and cleared right back out. Here's Saxon Clements, left wing side of the Nolensville zone. Ruben Allen headed to the bench for the extra attacker. The net is empty for Ensworth. Penalty against Nolensville is up. They're back at even strength. Minute left in the game. Shot at the top of the right circle. Blocked. That was from Henry Azer. It's cleared out by Nolensville. Here's Logan Campbell chasing it into the Ensworth zone, but Clayton Roach gets in front of him to keep him from shooting at the empty net. Now Trex Hooper brings the puck to center. Back into the Nolensville zone on the right wing side. He got poked up his stick by Emmett Zakos as he tried to get around and go to the front of the net. Under 30 seconds left. And the puck cleared down ice by Nolensville. It's going to miss the empty net to the left. Icing. 24 seconds exactly to go. 2-1 Nolensville. And now a timeout is called by the Ice Tigers, as they will have a draw. They will have a draw inside the Nolensville zone and a chance to tie it. Sam Melnikoff scoring just a couple minutes ago. It had been 2-0 Nolensville since 6 minutes and 12 seconds into the game. Charlie Bohnert made it 2-0 Nolensville with 7:48 left in the first. And that score held up until Melnikoff scored a couple of minutes ago. Draw is going to be to the left of Soundara. Again, the net is empty for Ensworth. They have the extra attacker on. They got one too many players out there. They got 7 guys out there. Henry Ayers is going to have to go back to the bench to make it 6. And what's going on here? They're making Melnikov leave the ice for Henry Azer. So holding all this up for nothing. Finally ready to drop the puck again. Won by Ensworth. Cam Fowler, top of the left circle, shot blocked away by Soundara. And the rebound cleared out by Nolensville. It's another icing. 14 seconds exactly to go. Draws to the right of Soundara. Can Ensworth win it and get another goal? If they can get this game to finish tied, they'll clinch a Preds Cup berth. Draw one by Nolensville. Sent down the ice and passed. Oh, off the right-hand post of the empty net. Off the right-hand post and passed for an icing. That close to sealing the deal. 8.6 seconds left now. Draws to Soundara's right again. Won by Ensworth. Shot blocked, cleared out by Logan Campbell. Cam Fowler picks it up, tries to send it back into the Nolensville zone. It's blocked, and that's it. Nolensville with a big win. And Ensworth are out of the GNASH Cup race. And the race for Preds Cup slots just got even wackier. And now nobody else can clinch a Preds Cup berth tonight. Hendersonville have beaten the Rampage. They've clinched a Preds Cup berth, but that's it. No more Preds Cup berths can be taken off the table tonight. Wow. Those two goals early on in the first end up being the difference as Nolensville win 2-1. And that's the last thing that either Station Camp, especially Station Camp, or NBA wanted to see was Nolensville winning this game, because now neither of those two teams can clinch a Preds Cup berth tonight because Nolensville won. If Ensworth had won or this game ended tied, one of those two could have clinched a Preds Cup berth. Now they can't get anything. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So the goals in this one, Sam Melnikov with the only goal for Ensworth. Henry Cravens and Charlie Bohnert scored the goals for Nolensville. Player of the game is going to be Bingston Soundara, 28 saves on 29 shots. Another terrific effort by the big man in net for Nolensville. As they hang on and win this one 7-5. And, whoop, I forgot to send out an extra note with that. Oh, and by the way, that are out. Ensworth and Nolensville are out of GNASH Cup contention. That means neither side will defend their share of it. So again, the goal scorers in this one. Sam Melnikov with the only goal for Ensworth. Henry Cravens and Charlie Bohnert with a goal for Nolensville. And again, Bingston Soundara, player of the game with 28 saves on 29 shots. As Nolensville win this one 2-1. And now how many teams are left in the GNASH Cup contention? It's just 7. No, wait, I think Father Ryan are out too. I think did they get knocked out? Franklin, hang on here. What are the standings? Franklin up to 9 wins, right? Okay, Father Ryan at 8. Yeah, they can win 2 more games and still win the GNASH Cup. Okay, yeah. Franklin at 20 points from 9 wins and 2 ties. Father Ryan at 16 points from 8 wins. If they were to win their last 2 games, they'd finish with 10 wins. So they can still win the GNASH Cup. Okay, I'm correct on that. So Father Ryan are still in it. Okay, before we go, let me give a few on-air shout-outs to John and Leslie Hooper, parents of Trex Hooper, Jacqueline and McLean Towery, parents of William Towery, Victor Bohnert, father of Charlie Bohnert, Tom and Marcia Cravens, parents of Annie and Henry Cravens, Tori and Ludo Roganchik, parents of Carson Roganchik, and Bing and Lisa Soundara, the parents of Bingston Soundara. They all purchased our Buy Me a Coffee package of perks membership. They get their names listed in our GNASH newsletter that's published almost daily. They're getting this on-air shout-out for any and all Ensworth and Nolensville games I cover, and they're going to get this and any and all Ensworth and Nolensville games I cover as downloadable MP3s. If you would like this package of perks, we just got a couple weeks left on it. End of the regular season sale, $40 for the rest of the regular season. Go to buymeacoffee.com, buymeacoffee.com/MIDTNSPRTSNET. Scroll down to become a member and click on it. But if you just want your name listed in the newsletter, that's $20 for the rest of the regular season. Again, buymeacoffee.com, buymeacoffee.com/MIDTNSPRTSNET, and click on Become a Member. It's just $5 a month for the newsletter listing and $10 a month for the package of perks. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com, buymeacoffee.com/MidTedSportsNet, MIDTNSPORTSNET, and scroll down to Become a Member. All right. Nolensville beat Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA 2-1. Coming up next, Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian taking on MBA. Again, a Preds Cup berth not on the line in that one since Nolensville won. We'll begin pregame of that at 8:10. Again, the final score, Nolensville 2, Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA 1. Coverage of Station Camp and MBA will begin in just about 20 minutes.